on, guys? I'm Nathan.
Hi, I'm Ethan.
This is our first review.
And we're taking a look at the Thermaltake Suppressor F31 chassis.
So on the front of the case, we've got a brushed aluminum looking plastic, not aluminum. But just cause plastic doesn't mean nothing. It still feels pretty good. Kind of got a velvety kind of feel.
So coming across onto the inside, we've got the 5¼ inch bays for your optical drives or whatever devices you want to put in there. And they just have these two little mechanisms like that. Fairly easy to take out, no issues there. And you've got this little front fan filter here. That's a pain to take out, but it's there, filters your stuff.
So on the top here, we've got two audio jacks, the restart button with a very tactile feel, a hard drive activity light, and next to that is the power button, also very tactile feeling, two USB 3 ports and two USB 2 ports.
Yep, and situated just behind that, we've got this really big 360mm fan filter or 280mm fan filter depending on what you're doing. So yeah, moving to the back, it's very stock standard. You've got your rear I/O where you can put your motherboard plate. You've got your rear mounts, 8 in total. You got your 120mm or 140mm mounting plate for your fans or your radiators, whatever you feel like putting in. Little rubber grommet for your water cooling. And you've got your power supply bracket here, and that's about it. Moving to the bottom, there's a huge fan filter here, if I can get it out. Oh, wow. Very big, covers 120mm fans, one here, and one for your power supply. So if you're going to put a 240mm radiator in the bottom, you might, I don't know. Alright, so coming to the back, we're going to quickly remove the thumb screws, the captive thumb screws. So looking at the right panel here, we've got a 120mm or 140mm fan filter, and there's something screwed in here, so we're going to come to the back, and you can see there's a little panel here for your sound dampening. So depending on whether you want your case to be very cool or whether you want some silent performance, you can remove that, put a fan in, exhaust, cooling air in, who knows, it's up to you. And then you've got the sound dampening all over the side panel.
Yeah, and the sound dampening is on both sides of the chassis, the top and the front. It is made of quite a dense material, adds a lot of heft, a lot of weight to the case. Not like it's a bad thing. I mean, makes it feel a lot more premium.
Yeah, of course.
But that doesn't make the case invincible, because during transit we got a dent in our case.
Yeah, well, look, there's only so much foam packaging can do, so...
Alright, so as proof of concept of the noise dampening material that they're using, we're going to show you just how effective it is. Unfortunately, we don't have any spare computer parts just laying around to show you how it'll sound. So we're just going to use a phone and play some music, and you'll see the difference in volume. So put that in. And so this is what it sounds like without any noise dampening. Okay. So now Ethan's going to put the side panel back on, and you'll see how effective the noise dampening is. So quiet.
Alright, so looking into the case, you can see there's the motherboard standoffs that are pre-installed for you, which is a nice little added feature. This supports from mini ITX all the way through to ATX, so pretty standard. You've got the cable routing holes here, which include these nice little rubber grommets, which is a nice inclusion for that price point. And then looking at the cables, you got these black cables here, looks pretty good. You don't want those random orange and blue and yellow cords sitting in your build, especially if you've got a color scheme. So yeah, black looks pretty good.
Black is the new black.
Exactly.
So on this side of the case, we got the two optical drive trays up here. Then down here we got the 3 hard drive trays, which requires 0 tools to install any hard drives in here, which is pretty sick. And when designing this case, Thermaltake obviously wanted a modular case. You can just slide the entire cage out, and essentially you can just pretty much strip down this entire case to its bare bones, which is pretty cool.
Pros and cons.
Alright. First of all, obviously appearance. So, how about we start off with the first thing you'll ever see on a computer is the front. It's very nice and sleek, it's very simple and elegant. And it hides the not so simple and not so elegant insides, which don't really matter because it's hidden behind this simple and elegant magnetic door. The sides are very nice and simple and plain, and that's the way I like it.
On that note though, I would like to see the window on here. Your $10 premium. I don't really mind paying $10. Like, look, I like seeing what I built on the inside. You know, I put all my money and effort into building a nice, basically a piece of art. So like, I really want to see that come out.
Yeah. So, you know, it's always up to you if you want to spend the extra $10 and see what you've built, or if you just want a really quiet computer. And the top looks quite nice too.
I guess, you know, these very nice inclusion here. Magnetic filters, really smart. Very good of Thermaltake to include. I mean, most case manufacturers don't really include magnetic fan filters anymore, and I think that's a bit of a letdown. And yeah, and then when you look in front, you know, you've got the I/O port, very nice I/O port, very stock standard. You've got your 4 USB ports, your very tactile restart, and your power buttons, and you've got the aux jacks. And I reckon that's pretty smart.
I don't agree. I would like to see a USB 3.1 port, or maybe 2. Maybe a USB-C port, which would be quite useful because since I do have 6P, but you know, it's nothing you can't fix with an adapter that will be like, I don't know, like $5-10. It can always be fixed with an adapter, but if it was included, I'd be very grateful. But unfortunately, it wasn't.
Anyway, moving forwards onto, you know, you've got the water cooling in this case. I mean, for a mid-tower, I think this case has a really good job of water cooling. You've got the 360mm radiator on top, or a 240, or a 280, or a 120, whatever you feel like putting in there. You've got the 240 at the front, and you've got the 120 on the bottom and the 120 on the back. So, I mean, you could build like a huge water cooling rig in this thing, and it'd be great. I mean, this case has really pushed the limits of a mid-tower water cooling.
Yeah, but that's always thanks to the modularity inside this case, which is amazing. I mean, you can just take out the hard drive cage and mount the hard drives on this side. Like, quite useful, I reckon.
I think probably the only con that we can really point out is, you know, that little dent in the side we've gotten on the case. I think, yeah, with the packing material, they could include some foam on the side panels, just, you know, protect everything in the case. We don't want dents, we don't want things like that.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. Definite win from us.
Yep,
yeah,
definitely. So, simple yet elegant is the idea Thermaltake's gone for here, and I think they hit the nail right on the head. And yeah, it's brilliant.
8.5 out of 10?
Yeah,
8.5.
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Alright.
Alright, well, thank you for watching, guys.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I know. Watch our videos.
Yeah, share us. I don't know, whatever you do on Facebook.
Comment, you know, let us know what you want to see. Yeah, we'll probably be doing like some build vlogs, you know, who knows.
Maybe phone reviews, smartwatch reviews. I don't
know. Let us know. Yeah.
Let us know.
What devices do you want to see on the channel?
Yeah.
Up and coming, yeah. Build for you guys.
Yeah. Alright,
cool.
Take it easy, guys.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yes!
Oh, I love you.
Our first video is done.
Mm.
Woo! Yeah.